nice stance with your feet hip-width distance apart. Shoulders just soft here, but the spine is long so that the breath can flow smoothly. Your feet are in line, attached to the earth, and your palms face forward. And just allow your breath to smooth out. So today we're going to be focusing a lot on opening and releasing. And one of the things we want to release in our yoga practice is a sense of what is supposed to be. So not imagining that we have to look or look a certain way in any pose or achieve a certain level of a pose. So let's deepen the breath and breathe on that for a moment. Exhale, belly button to spine. And then we're going to inhale for 4, exhale for 4. Then we'll inhale for 4, exhale for 6. And then finally inhale for 4, exhale for 8. Till the exhale is twice as long as the inhale. So let's slowly inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's the same length of exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now this time inhale 4, exhale 6. So go ahead, inhale. Deeply through the nose. And slowly exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now inhale 4, exhale 8 on your own count. And then just allow your breath to return to normal, and we're going to do the same thing with the arms. So turning your palms out. Nice deep exhale here. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turning the palms out, releasing anything that does not serve you for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now inhale 4, exhale 6. Just count to yourself. And exhale. And one more time, breathing in energy for 4. And truly exhaling anything that does not serve you for 8. And allow your breath to return to normal when you're done. So we're thinking about clearing out, and we're going to do the energy block clearing sequence. So the knees and hips are soft, hands are to the thighs, just slightly rounding forward here as you exhale, and then as you inhale, draw your arms long up and your heart opens, and exhale forward. So that's what it is. It's standing cats and cows with big, big arms here. And just move at your own pace. Feel your shoulders opening, feel your breath awakening, and feel your inner radiance just shining forward as your heart opens. And the next time your hands come to your thighs, just hold here. Spend a moment here breathing, feeling what you feel, how things start to go here, and then come on back up to standing. Okay, so in this sequence, we keep the body kind of soft. There's not like this intense mountain pose here. The knees and hips are soft, and we're going to scoop toward the right with the right palm facing up and draw energy up from the earth. Scoop toward the left and bring energy up. We are trying to keep the shoulders stacked here, but we're not trying to necessarily reach the floor with our hand as we scoop down and up. We're gently opening the sides of the body as the ribs come away from the hip. Scooping side to side. We started to the right, so the next time you go to the left, you'll be even, and then just bring your hands back to your thighs as we gently check the spine in a twisting motion. So remember, gentle, right hand up and back. So right hand behind you, and then back to your thigh. Left hand behind you, and back to your thigh. Be aware of how much you should or should not be twisting here. Just opening and closing. Start to notice what you notice. How's the spine feeling? How are the shoulders doing? It's a nice opening for the shoulders as well as the spine. Just moving right to left. And the next time you have gone to the left and your left hand returns to your thigh, you'll be even. So just pause here, straighten up, shake out your arms a bit, start to wiggle your lower body. And so we built up a lot of energy. Now we're just going to allow it to shake through the whole body here with the heels moving up and down. Just whatever feels natural to you. Inhale and exhale. All right. So let's come into a mountain pose now. The feet are grounded, the legs are long, the knees are never locked out. There's always a slight bend to the knees, but the legs are truly engaged, the knees pulling up into the thighs. Your palms are forward and your shoulders are away from your ears. Your head is right over your spine. And just breathe into your energy now. Where is it? How's it going? Have the things that you've been doing helped your energy move better through your body? And then let's go ahead and release out of that and come to the back of the mat. So when we're at the back of the mat, as opposed to the front, we move our muscles in a different way, especially when we bring our feet back together. So we're going to start by coming into a warrior one stance, taking that right foot forward, big step forward, left foot spins so that the whole left foot is at an angle and on the mat. Turn towards your right leg. Okay, so you're facing forward, turning towards your right leg, and your right knee, very importantly, is over the right ankle. Now, draw your arms forward and feel your spine expand, lengthen here. Keep that, lengthen the spine as you draw your arms up. So whenever you feel your lower back start to just arch inward, just come back to your length, and bring your arms up. Inhaling up. Okay, and now we're going to start letting go of the breath from here. So inhaling, let, and then as you exhale, the arms draw back, exhale, go. Inhale, let, Now when your arms draw back, your body's coming forward, but the core is engaged, so we're not sinking forward. Exhale, go. So the torso is not laying on your right thigh. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, let go of anything that does not serve you. And then come back to warrior one, and step your right foot back to meet your left. You might need to set that leg up to spring back. See how it goes. That bend in the knee becomes very important, right? Inhale and exhale. We're going to step forward with the left foot. Big step forward. Right foot spins down. That whole right foot is on the mat. It's at an angle. Your left knee is over your left ankle. Turn towards your left leg. Okay? And we're going to inhale the arms forward and long. Lots of length in the spine, reaching. And then as you come up, keeping the length in the spine. Keeping the length in the spine. Arms up by the ears. And if your shoulders don't love this, you can always bend your elbows or keep your arms lower. Inhale, looking up. Think the word let, and then as you exhale, arms back, go. Inhale, arms up, let. Exhale, back, go. Release it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms back. Come back to your warrior one here, and step your left foot back to meet your right. Once again, maybe a little momentum to bring those legs back at the back of your mat. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's do that one more time through, nice and smooth now, okay? So let's step forward with the right foot. Big step, right knee bends, left foot down, arms long and up, and 3 times on your own. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. And after your 3rd time, coming back to warrior one, and step your feet together at the back of the mat. Same thing on the left. Big step forward. Position the left knee over the left ankle. Inhale, arms long, spine long. And there you go, 3 times. Let go. And 2 more times. Let go. Yes, keep going. And after your 3rd time, coming back to warrior one and taking that giant step back. Find mountain pose. Maybe something came to you that you're actually letting go of. If that thought occurs to you, then just think about what that is. If not, then just move on. Things might bubble up during your practice. Either way is fine. And let's let go in a ragdoll. So take your feet slightly wider than hip width distance. I'm just going to turn so you can see what's happening here. Knees and hips are soft. Float the arms up gently, gently, and then take a nice exhale forward. Okay? And remember, as you fold forward, you might be here. This might be it for your forward fold right now, or here, or you might be farther down. From any of these places, you can ragdoll side to side, head nods yes and no. All right, as we bring the head to stillness, end on a yes. And then we bring the body to stillness and start to straighten your legs. Maybe those arms want to go down a little further, the forearms a little more toward the mat. Unhook your elbows, bring your hands to your legs, and slowly roll shoulders back a few times and forward a few times. Okay, we're going to make our way to the floor. The way that we're going to do it is through downward facing dog, or whichever way suits you best this morning. If there's spots that you need to take care of. Inhale, from the back of your mat, float your arms up. Exhaling, swan dive, where the hands can touch the mat, and then walking forward with the hands. Okay, again, maybe you've already brought your knees down because that's the best way for you to do this morning. Okay, and we're coming into a down dog or a forearm dog. And from here, go ahead and bend one knee and then the other. And remember, your dog can always be table, and even if you're in table here, you can massage out your foot a little bit. Okay, knees down, sitting off to the side. Take your legs forward. Flex your feet, sit up nice and tall, and allow for any messages to come in. Remember, we've been practicing let go, so allow for any intuition to visit you here as you sit in mountain pose. And then just come back, shake your legs out, wiggle your fingers, rotate your wrists. Just a little loosening up here. And we're going to come down and do water wheel. So how often should you do water wheel? Oh, as much as you want. Every day, twice a day. Roll it down. It's an excellent hip release. Hands down by your side. Your knees are bent, both feet are on the mat. Right knee comes in. Leg extends with the toes pointed. Flex your right foot and bring your right leg down till that heel is 2 or 3 inches off the mat. Knee in, point up, flex down. Keep going. Knee in, point up, flex down. And just keep going a little bit longer with this water wheel. Gently waking up the hip, releasing. And the next time your right knee is in, just hold it in. We're going to reverse, so flex the foot. As you extend your right leg, keep that heel 2 or 3 inches off the mat. The lower it is, the more your core is engaged. Point your toes, draw your leg up, bring the knee in. So it's flex out, point up, knee in. Keep it slow and smooth. And the next time your right knee is in, hold it in. Put your right hand on your right shin, or if that's not comfortable, that puts a lot of bend in the knee. You can just hold on to your hamstring and let your leg be more open, but let the leg come out to the side and in. Out and in. So just taking the hip open side to side. We did circles, now we're doing side to side opening with that hip. And then bring your right foot down. We're going to do the same thing on the left. Bring the left knee in. Point the toes, take the left leg up, flex the foot. Let the left leg slowly come down till that heel is 2 or 3 inches off the mat. And keep going. Knee in, point up, flex down. There's your water wheel. Knee in, point up, flex down. Just envision your hip opening, that great feeling, free and open. And the next time your left knee is in, hold it in. So we're going to reverse that water wheel now with the left foot flex, drawing that left leg forward, keeping the heel 2 or 3 inches off the mat. Point the toes, draw the left leg up, knee in. Flex out. So we're not flinging the leg up, we're drawing it up. Flex out, point up, knee in at your own pace here, and keep going. And holding the knee in, next time it's in, you can either hold on to your left shin or your left hamstring if you don't want as much bend in the knee, and let that left leg just open out to the side and come in. Side and in. And then bring the left foot down. Okay, so that was a lot of hip opening, a little small bit of core engagement there. We're going to do double legs to engage the core more. So first we'll try it out and see if it's for you this morning. Take your hands under your hips here. We're going to draw both knees in, point all the toes up, flex both feet, and draw the legs down. You might feel that a lot more. Bring it in. If that's for you, continue with double legs. If it's not, go 3 times on the right and 3 times on the left again. You'll still get hip opening. You'll get lots of core engagement. It'll just be a little more gentle. So do the one that is best for you right now. Listen to your spine here. Listen to what your body's telling you. And then the next time your knees are in, or after you finish your 3 right and 3 left, hold your knees in. And we're going to reverse that one time and decide if that's the way to move forward. So flex your feet, extend both legs with those heels just 2 or 3 inches off the mat. Point the toes and draw the legs up. Knees in. Once again, 3 right, 3 left in reverse, or both legs moving in reverse. Flex out, point up, knees in. We're always listening to the body. So even if we started out in double leg and then the body says, look, finish up with singles, that's what we do. If we started out with singles and the body says, I'm ready for doubles now, that's what we do. Always noticing the signals and paying attention and being directed by the body. Next time your knees are in, hug them in. Hold on to your hamstrings or your shins. Rock a little from side to side to release the spine. And then bring your feet to the mat and let your knees open and close like gentle butterfly wings. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so we're going to do a little bit more for the core here. So we're going to do toe taps. Now the thing about toe taps, the leg, we'll start with the right leg. It's at a right angle. We're moving from the hip, so that leg is staying at a right angle. The calf does not move toward the thigh. So, hands by your side, and keeping your leg at a right angle, find the floor with your toes, down and up. Toe taps, down and up. We're not dropping the calf. We're keeping that leg at a right angle, just as if there were a grapefruit under your knee. Down and up. And the next time you're up, hold here, bring your left knee up. Okay, resettle the spine with both knees in tabletop. This just by itself is a lot of core work. You're probably noticing that. Bring your right foot down. The left leg stays at a right angle as you tap the toes down and up. We're looking for that right angle. And the next time the left leg is up, bring the right knee up to meet it. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and sit on your hands. That gives a little lift to the hips. It's a little more supportive for the spine. Also makes it a little more challenging for the core. And let's go ahead and try tapping down with both feet and up. If that's suitable for you and your spine this morning, continue that way. If not, go back to single leg. In single leg, you might alternate or do 3 and 3. And one more time here. Bring your knees back to center. Let go of your hands. Hug your knees in, holding the shins or the hamstrings. Release the spine. All right, from here we can get our obliques in, so let's do that. Okay, so we're going to have the knees, let's hug them in for now. So they're going to be in, and the calves are actually going to be closer to the hamstrings rather than here in tabletop. And take your arms out to the side so you look like a nice capital T. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw both knees to the right. We're not going all the way down. We're controlling. Come back to center, inhale, and as you exhale, take both knees toward the left and up. So the core is engaged the whole time, controlling the legs and keeping the knees from falling down. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Now you might want to add on here, so the next time your legs are to the right, extend them, bend them, and come center. If that feels right for you this morning, go to the left, extend, bend, and center. Either version, knees bent side to side or side to side with the leg extension. See which one works for you. With our arms out to the side here, you might start to notice your shoulders. That feels maybe nice as they open up, as your legs go side to side. Keeping the shoulders grounded. We started to the right, so the next time you go to the left, you'll be even. Draw your knees in, holding on. Inhale and exhale. Let's actually put the hands on the knees here. Press them away. Your hands stay on your knees. We're going to make small circles here. Take your knees to the right, in, to the left, and forward. So we're making circles. The hands do not leave the knees. So we're going away to the right, in to the left, away, right, in and to the left. The circles stay small because the hands are staying on the knees. Next time your knees are in, hug them in, and we'll make circles the opposite direction. Press away to the left, in and to the right, circling. releasing here. And finally, winding up with the knees in. We're going to roll over to a side and come up to hands and knees. Okay? Remember, this could always be done at the wall as well. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to take the hands forward of the shoulders with the fingers spread wide. Knees start out over the hips. Take your body forward in space. This can also be done on forearms. Okay? If your forearms, you're just going to be forward and back here. If your elbows are up, you're going to be forward and then add a little push-up and come back. Okay? So either way, forward and back, or adding the push-up. Whichever way is best for you this morning. If there's one side, you might even just use your opposite. You might even do a one-sided gentle push-up here if there's one side that isn't wanting to be stressed this morning like that. All right, let's come into child's pose. Take a few breaths here. Find your way to downward facing dog. Forearm dog, arms long. Bending one knee and then the other. Press one heel down and hold. And press the other heel down and hold. And take a journey bringing the feet to the hands. When you get there, take a half lift. Forward fold. And float your arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. Great. Let's come to the top of the mat. We'll go through a sun salutation, which hits every muscle, warms and strengthens every muscle. Remember, use your knees. Follow your body's cues here. So let's find mountain pose and just take a couple of breaths here. See what the body is telling us, and also notice how the energy is moving. Palms are forward, heart is open. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, long spine, swan dive. Remember, swan dive could be right here, or it might go all the way down to the mat. Bring your hands to your thighs. Take a half lift. Look up. Shine your light forward. Bringing the hands down, bending the knees and hips, whatever amount. Step back into a plank. Okay. So again, planks could be knees up or knees down. I'm showing a lot of forearm variations this morning. So you could be doing plank and forearm plank here with the elbows under the shoulders. You could be in your regular plank with the arms extended. You could be in forearm plank, whoa, with the knees up. That's exciting. Or once again, you could be up here or here. All right, let's chaturanga down. Bend at the elbows. Bring it down, keeping those arms strong. Hands under the shoulders, shoulders toward the ears. Without using the hands, draw your heart forward. Okay, the hands even can lift up as your elbows head toward your waist. Hands-free cobra, release. Find your way to down dog. Remember, that could also be table. It could be forearms. It's your practice. Inhale and exhale. Take your right leg up. Take a step forward and then continue your journey, feet to the hands. Half lift. Forward fold, and float the arms out and up as your palms touch and your hands come heart center. We're going to do the same thing again. This time we'll use the left side. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, Swan dive, your swan dive for this morning. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bringing the hands down. Find your way to a plank. Knees up, knees down, forearms. However, even at the wall, right? Chaturanga, take it down. Use those arms. Float into your cobra. Lift your hands. Let the energy come from your spine. And come into downward facing dog, any of the variations. You can even do dog at the wall. Just put your hands on the wall and walk your feet back. It's a lot about letting the spine lengthen. Take your left leg up, step forward, and complete your journey, feet to the hands. When you get here, half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And we release. Shake it out. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to step wide here. Take the right toes forward, left toes in at an angle. Bend your right knee. We're setting up for warrior two. We're going to take the arms out. Inhale and exhale. Okay? And to release the shoulders, we're going to straighten the right leg, bring the arms overhead, and then bend the right knee, bring the hands back by the shoulders, bring the arms out to shoulder height. Straighten the leg, and take it back to warrior two. Straighten the leg, take it back to warrior two. Now let your left hand gently, place your left hand gently on your left leg, right palm up, and just reverse your warrior. Come back to warrior two. As you bring all 10 toes forward, bring your hands to heart center here. Okay? Then open up the arms, take your left toes forward, bend your left knee. You might need to bring your hands back down so you can check your alignment here. Left knee over left toe, shoulders over hips, arms out. Warrior two. Straighten arms overhead. And bend back into warrior two. Bend your front knee. Arms overhead. Front knee into warrior two. Arms overhead. Coming back into warrior two. And staying there. And then release your hands to your hips. Turn all 10 toes forward. So your legs are still wide, your toes are forward, and we're going to roll the shoulders up, down the spine, and just with the hands on the hips, and your thumbs are actually pressing a little into your back here. Take your elbows toward each other and look up. And then release. Bring your feet together. Step to the top of the mat. We're going to be working our way down. We'll wind up in table. You can come into down dog first. Float the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Swan dive. We want the hands to the mat here, or some alternative to bring the legs back to downward facing dog, or even knees down to table, and just let the hips move side to side. Bringing both knees down, sit off to the side. Finding a seated mountain pose for transitioning from being up to being down. And just notice what's happening. How's the breath flowing? Release and shake everything out. Now go ahead and bend your knees as we slowly roll down to the mat. Extend the arms, extend the legs, take a nice long stretch as you inhale. And as you exhale, draw your knees in, give yourself a hug here. Let all that goodness from your practice just roll, permeate through your body here. Come into a nice little happy baby pose. You might hold on to the insides or outsides of your feet. You might hold on to your hamstrings. Your feet are flexed like you're going to put footprints on the ceiling. So rock from side to side if that feels good to you and your happy baby. Try not to have your hips way up here. So if that means releasing the feet and just holding onto the hamstrings so the sacrum can be in contact with the mat, just go ahead and do that. And then release, bring your feet to the mat, hands by your side. Let your knees gently open and close as though they were butterfly wings. Keeping your left foot on the mat, extend your right leg and point and flex the foot. Release that ankle, circle one direction and the other. Bring your right foot down, extend your left leg up, point and flex the foot. And circle the ankle one direction and the other. Bring your foot down and gently open and close your fingers, wiggling them, whatever feels good. Release those hands and then circle the wrists one direction and the other. Bring your hands down by your side. Let your head gently move side to side. Bringing the head back to center. Take some breaths here. As you scan your body, wiggle or loosen up anything that remains and find where you want to be this morning for final relaxation. Is that knees bent? Is that leg straight? Are palms up? Or are your shoulders going to be happier with your palms down? Find your extreme comfort pose here, a place where you don't feel like you have to move anymore. As we settle in for final relaxation, inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, just let go, let the earth support you. And one more time, inhale through the nose. Letting go, release your body onto the earth as you settle in for our most important pose of the entire practice, final relaxation. Close your eyes and just be. Begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on your next inhale, stretch the arms and legs long. As you exhale, draw your knees in. Give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. Take a breath here, helping yourself transition from down to up, and then extend your top leg long, coming back to a nice, easy seat. As you draw your palms together, turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit. Thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.